Greetings. Tony from Old River Hard Goods again. The music you're listening to is from my third CD, Angels on Fire, and it's titled Winds of Flame. As always, the links to the full version of the song and a video I made of it are down there in the description. And as you can tell from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about trains, railroads, and tools. Those of you who have been watching my channel for a while now have occasionally been subjected to the occasional bit of train footage that I recorded here behind the shop. And the railroad here is the Reading, Blue Mountain and Northern, or just the Reading and Northern Railroad, which was founded in 1983 and currently operates both passenger service and as well as freight service throughout this entire northeastern part of the state here. And this video kind of has its roots when the Reading and Northern purchased the old KME fire engine plant, or part of it, back in 2022 to use as a maintenance facility. And then they began work this spring on a passenger terminal. And that's where we're going to start things off. So this one's going to go kind of bits of this, bits of that. So anyways, sit back, buckle up, and all aboard. They're putting in a passenger station up there, and they're laying the siding track, putting the ties in by hand, just as they were done 175 years ago. First railroad that ran through this area was the Lehigh Valley Railroad. It was initially founded as the Delaware, Lehigh, Schuylkill, and Susquehanna Railroad Company, but they figured that was too long, so in 1953 the name was changed to the Lehigh Valley Railroad, and they were in business until 1976. And of course, Asa Packer of Jim Thorpe fame. Played a major part with that railroad. Of course, Packer's known for founding Lehigh University, as well as making lots and lots of money off of the transportation of anthracite coal from this area. And some of the tools I found with the Lehigh Valley Railroad mark are hammers. Now, the one on the left here, I think that's a Hubbard mark. They're a long-time maker of railroad tools, blacksmithing and mining as well. The one on the right side is a Quickverk, which is a Warren forging tool mark. And then we have a Fairmount, which also is another railroad tool company, mining tool company. They're still around as well. And the other one here is the hand forged straight peen. Interesting enough, a long time ago, a lot of the straight peen hammers I was finding were railroad marked. I see more so than the cross peen ones, but don't know why. And I only went back to like 2011, 2012 when the picture archives. I mean, I've sold a lot of hammers and don't have pictures of a lot of them because of the age of it. So. And a couple of interesting tools with the Lehigh Valley Railroad mark. One was this turn screwdriver bit for a brace. That was pretty neat. Hand forged, well made, beautifully stamped. And then on the right side here, we have an alligator wrench, which is something of a common form. They're have it toothed on the top of the jaw, flat on the back of the jaw, but allows the wrench to fit a variety of different nut sizes. And again, this one had a nice stamp on it and some other kind of marks on the backside. Never was able to decipher that. But anyways, these are good collectible tools, and they sure do not show up very often. Well, they've been pretty busy back here. See, they brought in some stone to set up the switching area from where the passenger siding is going to merge into the main track. Oh, it needs a lot more work. I brought in some dirt. Well, they've laid a few more ties, a little more track as well. So things are moving along. Try to keep checking in on this as they progress. The weather's been pretty rank for doing this kind of work, but a couple guys are out here and there doing some stuff. So I guess once the mud settles up and dries up, then I'll get farther along with it. Well, things have been going a little on the slow side, but last week, when I wasn't watching, they replaced a number of the ties here with longer ones to where they're going to be putting the switch in. So, but I'm sure they got a timetable, and I'm sure these guys got lots of projects going on everywhere else. So we'll just keep on watching and waiting. Another common railroad mark I see on tools around here is the P&R, which stands for the Philadelphia and Reading Railroad. They were in business from 1833 until 1923. And on the left there is a very well used, I believe it's a hammer, Might be a blacksmith hot cut, but I think it was a hammer. It just kind of got used and used and used. Somebody put a new handle on it. On the right there is a William Beatty hewing hatchet or broad axe with the P&R mark. That's something you don't see every day. Next up is a long double-waisted turn screw with the P&R mark. That's a tool that, while somewhat common, you do not see very often with a railroad mark on it at all. And on the right there, it was a rivet set with the railroad mark on it. The tip down there in the lower left corner there is hollowed. Top was dressed at some point to get rid of some mushrooming, but again, a tool that got used hard, and every shop had a number of them, but a lot of them didn't make the journey. Same for railroad mark blacksmith tongs. I've only had a couple of them. This is the only one I could dig a photo out of, again by the P&R. And then on the right, this was dated 1858. P&R. It's a stone hammer, well used. I mean, you can see the wear on the from the top and the side view there. But that puppy there weighed 9 pounds. Yeah, it don't look it, and you can't tell from the little old picture, little old Dave up top there. But that was one heavy piece of metal. And again, to find one that's dated like that, especially as it's hot stamped into the metal like that, that's one of those tools that's just few and very far between, even though the condition wasn't great. But anyways, another bunch of great collectible tools. Back again working on the tracks. These guys got jobs going all over the place, but they're slowly making progress. Well, they made a lot of progress back here. See where they've been adding in longer ties, continued that. They're also starting to construct the switch. Allow the train to come off of the little siding track there. They also built up the rest of the bed. A lot of stone, a whole lot of stone. Got the ties in position for that. There's a plate that jumped off. I didn't even see that there before. I'm gonna run over that. Oh well, not my problem. But whole lot of work, let me tell you. These guys were busy. And again, as I've said, it's a lot of handwork. It's not just, have the machine come over and do all this. They use a backhoe to position these ties, but then they gotta get them in place, and there's a whole lot of hammer swinging and what have you to put it together. So it's coming together. I don't know when it's going to be done, but I guess they're planning for this summer. So I'll just keep you updated. The last of the main of the Pennsylvania railroads is the Pennsylvania Railroad. in business from 1846 until 1968. And I should have more of their tools, but for some reason I just can't find any pictures of them unless they're really buried in the archives. Just a couple of hammers, and one's a hand-forged cross peen, and your standard blacksmith, 2.5 pound, I guess, maybe 3 pound cross peen. I forget what that was, but both have the PRR mark on it. And they're working and collectible. A couple of others. One is the Baltimore, Ohio. That was a neat looking straight peen hammer. I forget how heavy it was, probably about 2 pounds. Somebody really went the extra mile with the decorative cuts on it, but it was nice piece. And Baltimore, Ohio was in business from 1830 until 1987. And then we've got the DL&W railroad ads. Hold on a second. I'm back. Had to look that up. It's the Woodings Verona Tool Works is the maker on that. And Delaware Lackawanna Western Railroad was in business from 1851 until 1860. Yeah, I can't remember everything, but you see a lot of these railroad ads, as they're called, style ads around, but not too many of them with railroad marks. And what that machine's doing is it's got heavy wire brushes, and it's knocking and rearranging the stone to be a little more pretty. It also has blades on the side, scraper blades or whatever you want to call them, to shape the beds. Did that another time, but I didn't get a video of it. Anyways, as this guy got close, I got out of there, because let me say, them rocks were flying all over the place. Well, they pretty much have everything done back here. They were doing some cement work there up at the passenger station. Let's see, rebuilt the crossing area up there. See the double rows of tracks. They took down a bunch of trees and cut a road through back there. That gate was just put in, which, you know, discouraged folks from going places they ain't supposed to be going. But anyways, take a quick walk down this way while I'm filming. If I can do this without breaking my freaking neck. It's been pretty neat overall watching this thing come together. See the switching area down there. I put that sign up there in the middle of the alley that the locals aren't real happy about. But what are you going to do? The railroad's the railroad, and they got the right of way. So more or less look this way. And the last couple tools we're going to take a look at is this Erie Railroad head. They were in business from 1832 until 1960. It could have been a hot cut chisel. Somebody ground it down flat to do some upsetting work with. I never did figure that one out. But, you know, people do stuff like that with tools. And the one on the right is an Iron City. Technically, it's a cold chisel or cold cut chisel, but you know, that's one of those things. I call them cold, hot cut. They do basically the same job, and if you list stuff as cold chisels, you get a million. Somebody's looking for one, you get all the Craftsman and other stuff out there. So, yeah, I've had this argument with another guy, but anyways, Pullman, while not being a railroad company, they made railroad cars. And that's not something you find every day. A few years back, I had a cross-peen hammer from a casket making company out, and I think it was out in Illinois or Ohio someplace. How it got all the way over here to eastern Pennsylvania, I ain't got a clue. But sometimes stuff like that happens. Well, here's the scene as they're getting ready to take off. About 20 minutes or so. Kind of hard to see because the sun's blinding me there. these guys sitting here as well. And here we go.
That's a long. Is that both of them are replaced? Oh, they are? Yeah, Jim said, why did you even think you could climb a wall? And I told her, I was like, it was the one day we weren't staying outside. I was like, she could have came out. Yeah, I would have come.
Goes. And that's all for this one, folks. Hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed my little presentation. And as always, if you like what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button to be notified when new videos are posted. Thanks for watching, and bye.